If you can't spin well, you need to rub the ball first. After rubbing it thoroughly, when ready, you can start playing. But if you can't rub the ball effectively, if you can't spin the ball well, basically, you can't compete in this match. That's the bottom line. If you notice those hard rubber paddles, rub the ball thoroughly. If it's not properly rubbed, you can't perform well. Yes, can't perform well. Making a big fake move, you won't make a connection. You'll still score the same. Yes. That makes sense. Isn't this true? Hard rubber paddles. Yes, exactly. Balls. Rubber friction. It feels very uncomfortable, doesn't it? The ball bounces with just a light rub. Amateur rubber rubbing is crucial. There isn't much difference between rubbing natural rubber and inverted rubber, because when I was young, I used natural rubber for almost 3 years, so I have a special understanding of natural rubber, DHS Hurricane 3 rubber. For the third one, when rubbing the ball with a bit of force, it's easy to hit it out. Making rubbing mistakes is easy. Indeed, right? It doesn't rotate, and it feels awkward. Exactly. Today, we will concentrate on these 3 issues. Why are you hitting the ball high? Why can't you spin correctly? And why do you hit the ball out of bounds? Right. If you want to enhance your spin, when you watch the professionals, you'll notice that they often half spin or don't spin at all. When you hit or spin normally, your shots are high, while others can impart spin immediately. For those who believe my spin quality is good, let's rally and I'll verify. You must have experienced it firsthand, right? Yes. Experience the quality of my spins right then and there, right? I'm delighted that you're all still here. In fact, the spin on my ball is much greater than everyone envisions. Yes, because on the live stream, you can't truly see the quality. You will truly feel how the ball can spin like this when rubbed. Faster than usual. Yes, it spins much more than regular rubs. Every time I serve the ball, I give it a good rub, but it doesn't grip. He says you spin too much. Yes. Sometimes, even with half the effort, you still can't succeed. For instance, when you hit the ball, if you exert enough pressure with your hand, yes, it can still retreat. Yes, pull, flick, baseline. Yes, that sensation. You see, for each rotation, when I hit the ball, it's very easy to flick it back. Yes, exactly. But when I apply spin, it becomes semi-high, which makes it difficult to hit. Take a look at the target, right on target. Sometimes we can't hit with a half-high ball, right? Actually, it's because the spin of the ball is too strong, right? The spin is too strong, and we can't see that they are putting pressure on the ball. Yes. Every shot hits the target. That's it. It's mainly a spin issue. Yes, when you play a lot of spin balls, you need to put pressure on the ball. Do you all find it more challenging to generate spin with the backhand or the forehand? There are many balls like this, always hitting the net when struck. It's because they apply pressure to the ball. Yes. The first reason is that during the rubbing process, your fingers and wrists, you see, it's not adding any extra spin. So when the opponent hits the ball directly to you, just return it. If it's backspin, observe my similar stroke. I brush it lightly. If it's a side spin, when I brush it lightly, the ball, it goes high. This is the first type. It's as if you didn't grip it at all. Just touch the ball. Even if you touch it downward, go ahead, make another shot. This type of ball is commonly known as semi-spin. Got it. Seems like you are hitting downward. However, in reality, you are not countering or neutralizing the spin. So, with the previous ball, it's too high. Then it just smacks. This is the first scenario. The reason for the second scenario is that you began with the bat too low. Because when you observe the same motion, can you see me brushing against his paddle in the lower half? As you see, by brushing against his paddle in the lower half, I can put spin on the ball. As you see, I position myself in the upper half. I'll aim high in the upper half, as you can see. Yes, that's correct. Therefore, you need to brush the ball in the lower half. You have a very good understanding of this aspect. Additionally, as you see, she never looked at the ball before, right? She didn't watch this hitting point. Even if your forehand is short after moving up, you still need to focus ahead. Where to hit the ball on the racket, not precise enough. Originally, hitting long should mean hitting at a high point. Try to vaguely sense with the corner of your eye whether the high point is here or here. You can't really pinpoint the exact high point, only when you approach focusing on the forehand shorts. By observing my eyes and posture, I can then find the optimal point to hit the ball. Yes, when you rub the lower part of the rubber, you create friction, resulting in a reverse spin. It can grip the ball. The faster you rub on the upper part of the rubber, the faster the ball flies. Look, with the same movement, you see Hage dropping it, you see. The faster you rub on the upper part, the ball bounces higher and hits harder. By touching it at the upper part, you can reach at least half the height. That's correct. A powerful hit can go out of bounds with just a touch. Suppose Haiji serves, you follow the regular looping sequence, the ball goes out of bounds. Secondly, if someone alters the spin, but you fail to adjust your mindset, resulting in going out of bounds or landing half high, yes, landing half high. These are generally the three reasons. That's all. The third type is failing to sense the spin. When using a side-to-side rubbing technique, if the opponent changes the spin, you may mistakenly think there is a problem with the rub. When you touch the ball, avoid lowering your forearm. That's what we refer to as friction. It's not sufficient, not nearly enough. Really inadequate. Exactly. How should we hold this type of ball? You need to utilize the head of your racket. With just this one board ball, amateurs really struggle to lift it. Yes. I'll serve to you, force an error, then you lob it, I can handle anything for you. Right? But you can only do it, because once you get used to it, he will definitely catch on. When making contact with the ball, you must align your racket head, forehand, and backhand. Always keep in mind, for this spin shot, you need to generate power. Your racket head must accelerate. Observe my shot, focus on the racket head. This aspect of the racket head is crucial. Must aim accurately. Rely on friction, not on wrist movement. Your forehand stroke is guided by your fingers. As I move forward, my forehand stroke looks like this. Facing the table horizontally, as you can see, towards the table. Let's try it again, towards the table. Yes, forehand towards the table. Very sharp, right? You must use your fingers to rotate your forehand stroke. Rotate, yes, just like that. Yes, yes, power is generated from the fingers. It's all about the fingers. It also involves the frictional force. Yes. Yes, yes. Don't worry about the appearance of the movement. Focus on applying force with precision. You can really do it. Yes. We utilize our fingers and wrists to drive the forehand stroke, accelerating and imparting spin. Make contact with the ball at point B, then point C when dealing with points A, B, and C. A rubbing motion. Rub the ball to a stop, then you can counteract the opponent's spin. Right. Let me tell everyone, the key is to poke the ball well. If you poke well, the opponent's chances of attacking are reduced, giving you the opportunity to attack. Right. If the return is of low quality, you still have the ability to defend and counterattack. Right. Yes, when you play a half-long ball, the opponent quickly counterattacks. And if the ball quality is high, it's game over. Yes. So, when we make contact with the ball, it's not about lowering the forearm when making contact with the ball. The movement range should be small with the fingers leading the shot. That's correct. It should not be a large range. That's the second key point. The second Furthermore, why do we make high errors? As I mentioned earlier, all contacts on the upper part of the racket involve topspin. Apart from requiring a sense of space to the left and right for this ball, sense the vertical space. After the ball is so high, I simply lift it up. The ball is so high, I also lift it up. Ensure to raise the racket and let the ball rest on it, you see? Right? Yes, always ensure the ball hits the lower part of your racket. Yes. So I told everyone, when you hit the ball, it's not at this angle. The hand needs to move downward, forming a V shape, you see. Isn't it? Yes, if you observe closely. Poking correctly. Straight? Yes, straight. Yes, if you poke high, it's like not attacking, but aiming to hit you with this mindset. Exactly like that, yes. You should lower your elbow. When you lower your elbow, you see, your positioning is excellent, as you can see.
大家好，我是小韩老师。下面呢，我们来说一下专属课堂怎么看直播。大家别着急啊。首先呢，我们肯定是加了小韩助理账号的。